And today we're reacting to Shannon Sharpe just lost everything. Hello everyone. You can see that I have fallen ill. I think anybody, a blind man, can see. I would never come on here with my dread cap. This isn't a bonnet, it's a dread cap and a blanket around me. But due to my burning passion to not miss a day and post videos, or at least one, I will be reacting to this video. I will be providing my commentary like normal, and I want to apologize for everybody. I was expecting that IRL stream, but again, I had fallen ill. That being said, make sure you post to switch stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 or 6 p.m. man. Let's do
If only Shannon Sharpe could keep it in his pants. It seems like just yesterday Shannon Sharpe was accused of doing essay and grape to an OnlyFans model, and that she was seeking damages in the amounts of 50.
Bro, it's so crazy because I saw a clip with Yachty. But it was so many people that told him, yo, Shannon, like, you gotta do better. You shouldn't be messing with pubescent women that just graduated high school and are still in their mother's house rebelling, right? It was just like they were so many people that were saying this, and it's like he's just so he's just so dedicated, and just think everybody like, no, bro, I do this, that he could not just chill, bro.
$50 million. Now, a lot of people were suspicious because this came after a recent claim of Shannon Sharpe being supposedly or reportedly demanding upwards of $100 million in his next contract from ESPN or the Volume or whoever he was seeking this contract from. So it seemed quite timely for something like this to come out. As more and more time passed, from my personal perspective, Shannon Sharpe did not handle the situation correctly. He exposed himself more and more and really should have settled things behind closed doors. Now I'll go back and recap in a little bit, but ultimately this decision and court case came to a settlement in which Shannon Sharpe and the 20-year-old came to some sort of agreement that Shannon Sharpe would have to pay an undisclosed amount of money. Tony Busby, the lawyer for the 20-year-old, wrote out on Twitter on April 20th, 2025, the Busby law firm filed a complaint in Nevada making several allegations against Shannon Sharpe on behalf of our client. Both sides acknowledge a long-term consensual and tumultuous relationship. After protracted and respectful negotiations, I'm pleased to announce that we have reached a mutually agreed upon solution. All matters have now been addressed satisfactorily, and the matter is closed. The lawsuit will thus be dismissed with prejudice. Now, I know that people are going to read that as, Shannon Sharpe didn't do anything. They say it's long-term consensual, but tumultuous just means that they were arguing and fighting and stuff like that. But that's not how I personally read it. This is a way to fence it, to be quite honest with you. Hey, some stuff was done, some stuff wasn't done.
All right, these things were said because we heard it. She said, I want you to put that big black baby in me, referring to the man Johnson as the size of a black baby. This is what was going on. These are things that were said. I'm gonna slap you, I'm gonna choke you. Yeah, when I see you, you gon', bro, if you don't just have relations, why has it gotta be this violent act, this villainous act to release seed upon someone? You know what I'm saying?
We can at least acknowledge that it's a relationship. Why? Because I need to clear my name so I can go back to working. Shannon thought that he would be heading into this case with the expectation that he would be back first day of training camp, but ESPN shut that down quick as hell yesterday by letting go of Shannon Sharpe.
I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week, and really the only thing that I really ask is, like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family. I said this coming out will overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And
nigga, you don't get to make fucking demands and ask for shit. We let you go. You like violent relations with youngsters. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I said it like that, like he's a pedo, but so some people's eyes, I guess, not to mine. But you don't get to ask for things. You're at the other end of this. Maybe when you were up at the top, you could pull strings, but no, we're letting everybody know what you did, and we're gonna make an example out of you, says the white man.
Fortunately, you know, it didn't happen that way.
Damn.
And so
you want to have relations with one of our good white women, right? You're gonna bring your big, what y'all somebody say, gorilla silverback self to one of our women. This I'm narrating as one of the Caucasians. Hell no. We will ruin this whole thing.
As I told him, as I profusely apologized to him earlier today, he said, bro, stop apologizing. You don't have to apologize. I'm your big bro. I'm going to love you regardless. We all make mistakes. And he says, bro, I love you. So I'm done with this. You're done with it too. Move on. I really enjoyed my time at ESPN. It gave me an opportunity to bring my audience that saw me really just grow. They saw me, Lakers in 5, and they saw me say all these analogies that my grandparents gave me, and I was able to bring that to ESPN. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But I just wished, of all things, like I said, hey, they did what they felt they needed to do, and I'm at peace with that. But I just wish, guys, this thing could have waited until Monday, because I hate the fact that I'm overshadowing my brother, the first two brothers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and this is what the headline's going to be for the next couple of days. So, bro, again, I know you told me I don't have to apologize, but I'm going to do it one final time tonight, and I won't apologize again. I'm sorry that I upstaged you in this manner.
Dang, man. Makes you almost want to call your brother. Now, I will say on a personal level, that is probably a little messed up. ESPN couldn't, at least respect.
Yeah, but at least respect. Yeah, they not stunting that, bro. We don't care how much time and effort you put into this fucking station. Let me stop cursing. This station, boy. Hear that boy on there, right? We know what you've done. We will paint you to be this animal.
That or come to the conclusion to wait until Monday. I don't know if Monday would have made any sort of difference. I don't think anybody was looking to see if Shannon Sharpe was going to be there, not going to be there. I don't know why they just didn't wait till Monday. Maybe they wanted to add more insult to injury. But ultimately, if that's the bed that you made, you got to lay in it. That's my grandma's analogy for you, Shannon Sharpe. So while I wish that they would have respected, truthfully and honestly, hey, they have the right to do stuff as they see fit. And just to add some more salt to the wound that is the situation that involves Shannon Sharpe, Gabrielle Zuniga, the woman in question, the 20-year-old OnlyFans model, released her own version of a statement saying that, and I quote, "Today I have decided to retire from OF." This is after the settlement. "Thank you for the incredible support you've shown me over the past few years. This community has given me a life I could have never imagined. I'll still be active on social media and have several new projects in the works that I can't wait to share. I'm truly excited for this next chapter. I love you all forever and ever." There's a big lesson.
Wait. I'm sorry. Today I decided to retire. Thank you for the incredible support you've shown me over the past few years. This community has given me a life I could have never imagined. I still be active on social media and have several new projects. Oh my gosh, this is the biggest spat in the face. I no longer have to show my cheeks, my rectum, my veg to you guys no more. I no longer have to have relations on here. You know what I'm saying? I will now be opening new businesses with the new money that I have acquired from my recent lawsuit from Shannon Sharpe. Thank you all, and y'all have a blessed day.
This community has given me a life I could have never imagined. I'll still be active on social media and have several new projects in the works that I can't wait to share. I'm truly excited for this next chapter. I love you all forever and ever. There's a big lesson in all of this right here. First and foremost, we won't know what happened behind those closed doors. Some of the stuff that Shannon Sharpe was saying in those text messages makes me think that he was a kinky freak monster. He was into race play. I don't know if people remember the text messages about the big black baby and talking about how he was going to choke that young woman. There is a possibility that he did these horrible and damning things. But what I took from this is like one of the biggest and fastest ways to ruin a career, a name, and a legacy the fast way. Shannon Sharpe was on a
speed run.
New York rise, but ever since this situation came out, and not so much of the situation, more so the way he handled the situation, I think he went about it totally wrong, and it did more damage to his name.
Family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty.
Bro, and you know what's funny? He said this, right? Because he's like, okay, I got to get ahead of this. I got to get ahead of this. I got to get ahead of this, bro. Because if he posts whatever... Sorry, everyone. If he posts this, if the media gets a hold of this before I can say something, that everything in here was consensual and this was a good time for both of us, I'm done. That's all this was. He was, bruh, and I know Tony Busby was laughing out loud.
And played into every stereotype.
And then he was like, watch this.
That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself.
Maybe it's just me. When Shannon Sharpe said that part about how he would drop the whole 10-minute sex tape, I thought, man, this guy has a problem. He is a sexual deviant. Now, for those that aren't informed, keep in mind, Tony Busby never said that he was going to drop any sex tape of the sort. This was just something that Shannon had kind of concocted. And
Shannon said, oh shit, no. That's what he said.
Way to display his freak nasty nature. We've seen that before when he accidentally logged into Instagram Live. And we also saw it displayed in the text messages referencing making big black monkey gorilla babies. Like, it seemed like Shannon Sharpe was into race play. And I know most people also didn't pick this up, but there were documentations that came out from the court hearing that found out that Shannon Sharpe likes to get his B-star pressed on with...
Hey, only if you put that baby gravy in me, then I can do whatever I want. Then I can do whatever I want to me. I want to put my tongue in your, and then marry you.
His feet in the air, and I don't have any sort of problem with any of that, but I just feel like all of this could have been avoided. When I first talked about this, I said, hey, Shannon, you should just probably just shut up. You should probably shut up. You know what you did, and you should have went with the settlement in the first place. Maybe you felt like you could do this, but all this public dirt that you're doing, it doesn't do anything for you. It's not going to make you look better in the light, and it may suck that ultimately this situation got misconstrued, or if you did do the things that you did to this woman, you know, of course, justice should be served. But no matter what, is the juice worth the squeeze? And here we are today where you had to pay millions in lawyer fees. You had to pay and retire this OnlyFans model. You got fired from your big time job on ESPN, where they have cleaned house of pretty much all sports media people outside of Stephen A. Smith and Pat McAfee. Like, you were sitting there third in line. I just don't know if all of this was worth it. And now the whole internet knows that you like to sit in dead bug position and get your booty ate, and that you like to get really, really aggressive with women.
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Daddy.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public.
Okay.
Yeah, like, what are we, what? Mean. This is a good, they was like, they're like, this can't write itself, bro. Mean, big, old, black dude that likes to harm little, blank, blank, blank. I'm saying, I'll let y'all finish that. This shit don't write itself. They said that nigga Tony saw him and said, just saw dollar signs. We win. Cash, payday. Congratulations. You don't have to do this no more. You can make your public, what's it called? You can make a public speech. You know what I'm saying?
Big black guy chokes small white woman.
Yeah, that brother has a racial fetish, if I ever seen one.
Over $10 million. He didn't offer to settle this case in any type of guilt or innocence framework. If I'm going to be honest, in a very real way, Shannon settled this case for you. You say, for me? Well, what do you mean by that, Lead? Listen, the only reason Shannon makes any money at all is because of you and how you feel about him, how you judge him, what light you see him in. The only reason that Shannon makes any money is because you exist and you have money, and so companies want to get in front of you. These companies feel like you hold Shannon Sharpe in a certain esteem and you watch Shannon Sharpe, so they want to use Shannon Sharpe to get in front of you.
What the lead attorney said there, in my opinion, is 1,000% true. Shouts out to the lead attorney. See, what I was saying about Shannon Sharpe in the beginning is that I don't know why he took this to court. I don't know why he tried to fight this. Because ultimately, when you play the court of public opinion game, there's a couple of different things that happen. One, you are subjected to a new level of criticism that probably never existed before. People were starting to dig up Shannon Sharpe's past, which I'll go into in a minute here, and it exposed some of the things that he said on his platform or some of the things that he did in his past, or just the contradictory nature.
It always does, bro. There's always some fucking tweets or some shit. Damn, I keep cursing. There's always some type of tweets or something that's in the back end years and years ago that you can now be like, damn, he did say this, that, and the third.
Of his advice for some of the young athletes that made him seem like a hypocrite in the light. A la Joey Swole, to be honest with you. Two, your personal effects are going to be put on blast. Again, nobody needed to know these text messages. Nobody needed to know those phone conversations. And for damn sure, nobody needed to hear the image of Shannon Sharpe with his feet facing the ceilings as he was having a tongue pressed against his B-star. Is that what was in the 10-minute video, Shannon? Your balloon not getting played with? You wanted us to see all that? We didn't need to see all that in order to understand the severity or the picture or the full scope.
He didn't want that to come out.
What was going on? Why would you want us to see that? And number three, and at the end of the day, the court of public opinion does not matter. I personally believe this to be true. The only thing that you're going to do is fuel fires out there, but if you just let it rest, then ultimately the conversations will die off.
Nah, that public opinion, it matters a bit to some extent, bro. Because if they all are having this hive mind of saying that you're this sick weirdo that does things to, you know, the young people, and you just sitting back quiet, then you start getting the people that say things along the lines of, look, he ain't even say nothing. He ain't even come out. He would at least say, no, I do not do this. You know what I'm saying? That's a slippery slope, and it's not that black and white in regards to just saying, like, not saying nothing. You feel me? Just being like, I'm just going to let this take a toll. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to just pet. Like, some things, maybe it's safer. I don't know. There's two angles to look. But I feel like certain things, though, you need to try and get ahead. Now, maybe this situation, he probably could have shut his mouth because niggas already knew he liked to date.
People watching this video totally even forgot about Shannon Sharpe in the situation, and life just continued on. But now, because he kept fueling the fire, people were able to go online and make criticisms about how he had $25K per cheek for this young woman, but couldn't even put up more than 30 bands for his daughter's wedding.
Hey, my daughter's a budget. You got a budget. I don't get whatever you do after that.
What number? I mean, I don't want to be in your business, but what number you said?
30,000.
Okay. So you can have a wedding with 30,000?
I don't know what you can have. I ain't the one getting married. Yeah, I don't give a damn.
Damn.
Hey, y'all from the South? Y'all know about that fried catfish and spaghetti plate? Hey, I know somebody hooked that thing right on up. What they charge by the plate? $10.50 a head. Spaghetti, fried catfish, a piece of cornbread, and a styrofoam cup of sweet tea. That's all you're getting.
And now, granted, it is Shannon's money. He can do whatever he pleases. But now we as the public can criticize you for your decision making, especially because you have in the past said that something that you regret or wish you had done in your earlier days was be a better father. You have
Damn. This shit just keep. Dang. This nigga though, he ain't stunting nothing but cheeks, bro. Dang, bro. And he came out and said, I wish I was a better father. 30,000. Y'all gonna be eating fish plates out this motherfucker. And y'all know how big weddings and marriage and stuff like that is to women. Like, they want that. If they gonna have a wedding, they want that to be extravagant. You know, baby, you like, man, I ain't doing no $1 million, this is that and the third. And yes, it is your money. But when he comes back out and it finds out that you talking about 25,000 per cheek, dang, that's how you come in. You know what I'm saying?
the opportunity now by putting up more than 30,000 for those daughters, but you would rather put up 25K per cheek on somebody that you hope to call you.
I know you miss this big juicy ad. 25,000 for each cheek. She was milking this man dry. Give me 25,000 each butt cheek. What?
You daddy in a sexual way like that is a bad look.
Everybody wants Zion to get in shape except Zion. Everybody wants Zion to have discipline except Zion. So how can I want something? How can the team want something more for him than he wants it for himself?
Right.
That's why they put in his contract. Look how they got in his contract that he has to hit weight clauses because they know him.
Unc said something extremely powerful there. Why should I want better for him if he doesn't want better for himself? Well, Unc, I guess we're all on the same page as you. You criticize Zion for not having discipline, but this is a situation in which you lacked sexual discipline, clear as day. Setup or not, you dealing with this young woman could only be a bad knock on your image. And it would be different too if this was your first situation, but Shannon Sharpe also had another situation back in 2012, I believe, with a lady at CBS. I'm telling you, it's a little hard to have any sort of sympathy for Shannon Sharpe, especially because he made this exact bet. Now, will he ultimately be okay? Yeah, for sure. We're talking about multimillionaires here who have had great and long careers. But you were pillow talking about how much money you was making with this young woman. I mean, you were answering these questions and got comfortable on the phone, even though to a lot of people it sounded like you was recording. You was saying all these crazy things about athletes, how they need to be more disciplined and take things more seriously, how your daughters can't have all this budget for their wedding, and in the same breath you were spending $25K per butt cheek for some milk pancakes. I don't know why or how anybody should have sympathy for Shannon Sharpe, to be quite honest.
I don't know. I don't feel bad for this. This is the epitome of my mistakes, and they're not. They wasn't even for the greater good. You know what I'm saying? This is for sexual deviancy.
With you, men lacking sexual discipline has always been a problem, and he is just another person. And what's crazy is because he's talked about athletes, he's been around athletes where the shtick is, or the story is, hey, protect yourself from women that are, you know, up to no good for you. But he didn't do that himself. He probably should have listened to Monique's advice and got him a big old girl, a fat girl, an older woman, and just settled down. He probably would have not been in this type of situation right now.
This dating thing, because this is Mo is different now than when you and I.
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
Are you trying to say what you trying to say? Mo?
I'm looking right at you.
I
ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me live my life.
Let me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
I do.
This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old.
And she really got on ass. Like, for real deal. And let me try and find this, bro. Let me try to find what Yachty said. Well, I saw it today. Shannon. Sorry. I think he said something.
You almost 60. And
This what I saw. Oh, wait, no. I saw what I see. No, I think I saw this.
People like you, man, y'all get to a certain age and you still like them young. You like
yeah.
You like the same age girls I like.
Okay, yeah, right.
When you get to a certain age,
I'm getting old. I say still young.
Right. Okay, and with that, you gotta uphold a certain way because you can't be old and sloppy.
You get one or the other.
Right.
Young.
He's talking about you, but he's saying you're old and sloppy gang. You over here trying to you got to be young.
Get sloppy or old and in shape.
Exactly.
he realized. All right, he's lost. I lost him. He just go ahead and say.
Or you're gonna get old and in shape. Women.
No. Guess you got
exactly. So people like you, man.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, it's over. It's over." That being said, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Sorry for this only one video, and you know what I'm saying. I hate that I'm feeling like this, but hopefully I feel better tomorrow. I appreciate your great for y'all, man. We gone. Edit it, let do it.